What do you think about the election of President Obama?
Well, I think the election was something that really I've never seen and anywhere. Like it was really impressive. From I'm an African descent. I'm originally from Cameroon, and so thinking of a black man as president, I mean, you would hear everybody just being amazed by the situation. So I was very thrilled by the election. I was enthusiastic in terms of helping because I was really fascinated by the idea, just the thinking of a black president. I mean, I was just fascinated by it. I could see that enthusiasm like almost everywhere. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the way that the election was done and how him, in fact, the leader was conducting it. I mean, he was very, into the technology thing. You can communicate with him, his people. I received a lot of emails from him, and even some letter note that he wrote. And it was really an impressive thing. I was really excited about it, and realizing that maybe that's someone who cares. Let's see what he does. It was like a trial kind of thing. Just test and see. So overall, I was fascinated by it. I really was happy. Kind of thing. Right.
Okay. Do you think the election of President Obama has a direct impact on your life?
How would I say no? The answer is yes, obviously, because it's kind of empowered. It empowered me in terms of being a great achiever. Having to set my goals high. Having to think about things that seemed impossible. Not just in the politics, really, but just also in other areas. Seeing that happening kind of give me the ability, to think a little bit about possibilities. Things didn't seem like, for instance, his election as president didn't seem possible maybe 30, 50 years ago. It wasn't something that people hoped for it, or just didn't even think it possible. At least that gave me that it really empowered me in terms of achieving greatly, in terms of thinking really high, above me, I would say. I don't know what the word for it, but at least you got my point. But it really impacted me. It gave me a lot of courage. Also, one of the interesting things is that seeing how that affects others also affected me in some way. I will watch the television and saw these kids. Well, this all boys school basically, thinking, wow, maybe I can become a president one day. All these crazy little kids in the street just wondering. I was like, well, we have a black president now. There's no excuse. And seeing this little kid saying Obama, kind of thing, just the excitement of children. I would think, well, wait a second, this is really interesting here. I mean, this is something going on in this country here that maybe I'm missing or something. But there's something great. So it really gave me a lot of courage to do a lot of stuff. And not that he will come in and just say, right now you become the secretary of, no, I mean, not those kind of things. But just the idea, the perspective of having something, doing something great with it somewhere in the future.
Okay. What impact do you think the election of President Obama will have on urban areas in the United States, particularly on housing?
Well, the interesting part of that question is, well, not the question actually, the answer that I guess you're seeking is, I have no idea, but here's what I know. I've heard a lot of cases about, housing issues, and, which I think it's been out there, and the president is obviously trying to do his best to take care of that. But his election gave hope to a lot of people. I would say that. And I guess your question was what is the impact of his election on urban areas and housing, I guess.
Yeah.
Just to stay on the point. Since the election already happened,
Yeah.
we can see what's going on. It didn't stop the housing problem, obviously,
Yeah.
but a lot of people have been encouraged by it, and also by his efforts towards fixing those problems.
Yeah.
Which hopefully it would be crazy to think that he would do that in 2-3 days of his election office. But I think it has had a lot of impact, and it will have a lot of impact in the future, because we've seen a lot of wars coming in, and things that he's trying to do to improve the housing crisis. And also we, in the urban areas, well, let's see what's happening. I'm not quite sure because I don't have much knowledge.
Yeah.
On, I have other areas, yeah, but maybe not the housing crisis, because I still have my house. So I'm good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I want to think about that. So yeah, right. So you get the point.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay. Don't worry.
Okay. If you could say something to President Obama, what would you say or ask?
Interesting. I have to be silent for a moment. I was probably asking, what were you thinking when you decided to become president? Well, that's a random question. I don't know maybe what I would ask, but it's kind of really hard, I really have to think about that. But
Yeah.
I will ask him, what was he thinking? That's a good question, but I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe if we can just make sure that we get some loans to go to medical school.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
sure what to ask, but that's really hard.
All right.
Right.
Okay. That's it.
Well, that's it. That's